When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's a current affair program this afternoon when we take a look at the news roundup for the day. And the major news for this afternoon is Jamaica's well-renowned dancehall artist, Mr. Vybz Kartel, and his co-accused, where his lawyers are saying that if the court is going to retry Mr. Kartel's case, it's going to set a bad precedent in the sense that justice in Jamaica. You know something? When you listen to what the lawyers have to say outside the courtroom this afternoon, it begs to ask the question if Jamaica's justice system is for the poor class of Jamaicans. Because what the lawyers are saying, if they go ahead and retry Mr. Kartel case, there is no money, in a sense, to go and retry it again. And if you charge a person and you try a person for a case before, well, are they going to charge him for the same thing again and try him for the same thing again? Before we go any further into it, I want you all to listen to what the news is saying, what the lawyers are saying in the case. I'm no lawyer, neither I profess to be a lawyer. I just decided to bring the news to you this afternoon for you all to listen. As I said before, I'm no lawyer, nor do I profess to be a lawyer. The lawyers can't speak on it right now. So we're just going to keep you up to date in what is going on. It's a 5-day submission within the case. So we're going to let you listen to what is going on within the case. I want you all to listen to this.
Representing Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, today urged the Court of Appeal to draw a line in the sand and reject the state's attempt to retry them for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The impassioned plea was made by John Clark on day 2 of the retrial hearing. Clark, who represents Kahira Jones, urged the 3 judges to give life to the meaning of the Jamaican Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms and set the men free. Norgay Banton reports.
John Clark told the Court of Appeal that the Charter of Rights calls for a more rigorous enforcement and enhancement of human rights in Jamaica. He told Justices MacDonald, Bishop, Williams, and Fraser that no justice can be done by sending Kartel, Sean Storm, Andre St. John, and Kahira Jones back to the Home Circuit Court to again stand trial for a matter that's more than a decade old. He asked the justices to use the case to draw a line in the sand. According to Clark, such a line would serve as a warning to the parliament and the executive arms of the government that the rights of accused persons must be taken seriously. The attorney maintained that retrying the men after more than a decade had passed would not serve the interests of justice. He told the court it would be an economic and emotional burden on the men. Clark reminded the Court of Appeal that the Privy Council had already found that their constitutional rights were breached. He says subjecting them to a new trial would only further breach those rights. Clark asked the court to set down a maximum number of years after which the state should not be permitted to retry accused persons. When asked how resource constraints may influence unfortunate delays in criminal matters, Clark pressed on. He urged the court to use the cartel matter to set down a marker. Clark told the judges that sending Kartel and his co-accused to face another trial may also affect the rights of other criminal defendants. He told the court that there were already citizens waiting on the trial list, trying to clear their names. According to Clark, Kartel's case being sent back would mean it would push other matters further back on the list. This, he says, would be an injustice to those who have been waiting for justice. That is not the country we want to live in, he told the judges. The decade-old legal saga is again before the local Court of Appeal after the UK-based Privy Council quashed the men's 2014 murder convictions and sent the matter back to the appellate tribunal to determine if they should be retried for the murder. The hearing will continue tomorrow when Clark is expected to call on affidavit evidence of the accused men in arguing against a retrial. Crown is expected to open its arguments for a retrial on Wednesday.
Meanwhile, speaking to journalists outside the Court of Appeal, John Clark warned that if the justice system can retry Kartel after a decade, then all poor Jamaicans would be at the mercy of an unjust system.
We are also recognizing that the court can happen.
An unjust system. An unjust system. Listen to it.
But it can happen to all the Jamaican citizens, including the poorest of us. So what it means is that if a Jamaican is in custody for 30 years and then he comes and says, my money is gone, and I next month to find the next lawyer, and I'm worried that the system won't give me justice. It means that in such a scenario, he may very well, if a president said one way or the other, they feel aggrieved, and we're asking the court to examine our arguments and in light of all the factors, what they think is just.
John Clark, attorney at law.
My. The lawyers are calling on the judges to throw out the case because it doesn't make any sense for you to get to give them a retrial. Listen to it again. Listen to it again, please, people. This is something that we need to listen to and take keenly in.
Representing Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, today urged the Court of Appeal to draw a line in the sand and reject the state's attempt to retry them for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The impassioned plea was made by John Clark on day 2 of the retrial hearing. Clark, who represents Kahira Jones, urged the 3 judges to give life to the meaning of the Jamaican Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms and set the men free. Norgay Banton reports.
John Clark told the Court of Appeal that the Charter of Rights calls for a more rigorous enforcement and enhancement of human rights in Jamaica. He told Justices MacDonald, Bishop, Williams, and Fraser that no justice can be done by sending Kartel, Sean Storm, Andre St. John, and Kahira Jones back to the Home Circuit Court to again stand trial for a matter that's more than a decade old. He asked the justices to use the case to draw a line in the sand. According to Clark, such a line would serve as a warning to the Parliament and the executive arms of the government.
Such a warning will send a clear message to the Parliament and the executive of this country. Because for far too long, I'm no lawyer in this, I don't profess to be a lawyer. But for far too long, a lot of Jamaicans' civil rights and fundamental rights have been taken away. And I keep on asking the question, how many Jamaicans are languishing in our prisons in this country who has never seen the doorstep of a courthouse or the doorstep or go in front of a judge? How many? The Access for Information Act, we have been asking that and I can't answer us all now. How many Jamaicans? What they're saying that we must use this case as an example. But there's a lot of Jamaicans languishing in our justice system in this country who have never seen the light of day. A lot of Jamaicans from all walks of life who is languishing in our justice system in this country. That is why the lawyers are saying, no, I don't know if anybody committing a crime. I'm no lawyer, nor do I profess to be a lawyer. Not taking up for anybody. I am not taking up for no one whatsoever. No one am I taking up for. But when you listen to this and what the lawyer says, pick sense out of nonsense people. Listen to some more.
That the rights of accused persons must be taken seriously. The attorney maintained
the rights of accused person must be taken seriously. The rights of accused persons must be taken seriously in this country. And that's why I ask the question, when are they going to name the 6 parliamentarians who they said is under investigation for illicit enrichment? When? Listen to some more of this, please. I'm not professing to be a lawyer, not am I trying in a case here. I'm just giving the news as the news come out. I decided to give it to you all. You can listen to it.
That retrying the men after more than a decade had passed would not serve the interests of justice. He told the court it would be an economic and emotional burden on the men. Clark reminded the Court of Appeal that the Privy Council had already found that their constitutional rights were breached.
You hear that? You hear that? Do you all remember? Make us see if I can find it here. Do you all remember this? I hope to God I still have it. I didn't delete it, you know. Do you all remember? I hope I can really find it. I have a tendency of deleting stuff sometimes, you know. No, not that one. Hold on there. Do you all remember this?
Fallout, Llewellyn's the discussions on Vybz Kartel Privy Council appeal. Heat from the Vybz Kartel Privy Council ruling continue. And this morning, for the first time, the DPP was responding since the judgment came down last Thursday morning. And she was asked by Tona and Ricardo about the advice she gave to the judge in the trial after it was revealed that there was an attempt to bribe the jurors.
DPP, having been told that all of your jurors in 2014 had been offered a $500,000 bribe, why did you not advise the judge that it was probably best to dismiss the jury, which was now obviously tainted?
You see, you are now trying to get me to discuss the matter, and I told you that I didn't wish to.
No, but certainly this point, DPP, is important because here the law lords are saying you advised the judge that you were prepared to proceed even though you knew that the entire panel, 11 jurors, the forewoman told you, had been offered bribes. Wouldn't that mean in your judgment, DPP, that the entire jury, as the law lords have now found, was contaminated and should have been terminated or discharged?
Well, first of all, I am not the judge.
True, but you gave advice that you were prepared to proceed, and what I'm trying to understand.
We were prepared to proceed.
But why were you prepared to proceed with a jury that was contaminated?
No. All the other factors, that some of which I cannot go into in terms of.
So you were thinking about cost. You were thinking about how long the matter had been going.
We were also thinking of security issues. There were a lot of other issues that we cannot go into the public domain, and what our information from the foreman was, what she was saying, was that all of the attempts had to do with acquittal. Clearly, if it had been the other way, we would have, clearly, given the overriding objective of any case, which is fairness to the accused. But what would have been perhaps planted in the mind of the jurors is, okay, you need to acquit. And remember that these persons, at least two of them, are very famous. So it would have been, as far as the prosecution, when we discussed it, we would have been those ones at a great disadvantage. This is not the first time.
But with the greatest respect, DPP, that's not persuasive, because what I want you to focus on is the fact that the process now had been corrupted and contaminated, and you advised the judge that you were comfortable proceeding with a contaminated and corrupt process.
This is not the first time that I have had to deal with jury tampering.
And be that as it may, in the exercise of your judgment, why did you not see it fit to bring to an end a matter that had been corrupted?
After 64 days of trial?
Isn't the interest of protecting the impartial trial greater than the length of time that had elapsed?
I agree with you on paper, but I have done other cases where there has been jury tampering to the great negative of the prosecution. I have seen cases, I've seen jury inquiries where the juror, having been questioned, it was quite clear that it was either an accused person or an accused person's relative that approached the juror. And the juror was able to indicate to the court that it did not make any difference. He would still be able to have an impartial situation in his mind. I have had the experience. I've prosecuted many cases. And when asked, I have indicated that we don't have any problem. So in other words, we are prepared to take our chances and just try to make sure that you have a very powerful address. But this what happened in a couple of the cases I've dealt with, didn't happen during summation. It happened before we got to summation. So I have had the experience before of jury tampering. And I have been asked before, what is my view, being the prosecutor in the matter? And even after the inquiry, it's a judgment. It's quite clear that you don't know if the juror is telling you everything about the encounter with the relative of the accused, but you are willing to take the chance nonetheless. So it has happened. I mean, both myself and Mr. Taylor, who was the prosecutor, we didn't drop from the sky. It's not the first case that we are both having to deal with. And in our experience, we have had to deal with cases where you have issues arising.
With the benefit of hindsight, do you regret the submissions you made?
You are not going to get me there. You are not going to get me.
Well, quite an interesting 5 minutes of exchanges there. And the takeaway for me is the DPP seems to be relying on the fact that in her long prosecutorial career, she has made a judgment call, several judgment calls, in a number of instances.
In her long prosecutorial career as Jamaica's chief prosecutor. She has dealt with corrupt jurors before, and she allowed the case to continue. So that is why, if you listen keenly to what these lawyers are saying in the case now, the 5-day deliberation in the Supreme Court, as I said before, I am no lawyer, nor do I profess to be a lawyer, nor am I trying this case in public opinion. I am just giving you what the news is saying and saying what my opinion is. When you listen to what the lawyers are saying in today's case hearing, the 5-day deliberation, remember, Jamaica's chief prosecutor, the director of public prosecution, said that she has dealt with tainted jurors before. And that is why the lawyers now are saying to the Supreme Court, the gentleman's fundamental rights was entrenched on. Listen to what he's saying, what they're saying. If I am wrong, I'm willing to be corrected. But listen to what they're saying.
Representing Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, today urged the Court of Appeal to draw a line in the sand and reject the state's attempt to retry them for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The impassioned plea was made by John Clark on day 2 of the retrial hearing. Clark, who represents Kahira Jones, urged the 3 judges to give life to the meaning of the Jamaican Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms and set the men free. Norgay Banton reports.
John Clark told the Court of Appeal that the Charter of Rights calls for a more rigorous enforcement and enhancement of human rights in Jamaica. He told Justices MacDonald, Bishop, Williams, and Fraser that no justice can be done by sending Kartel, Sean Storm, Andre St. John, and Kahira Jones back to the Home Circuit Court to again stand trial for a matter that's more than a decade old. He asked the justices to use the case to draw a line in the sand. According to Clark, such a line would serve as a warning to the Parliament and the executive arms of the government that the rights of accused persons must be taken seriously.
And that is what this government, this administration don't take seriously, nor the former DPP.
Attorney maintained that retrying the men after more than a decade had passed would not serve the interests of justice. He told the court it would be an economic and emotional burden on the men. Clark reminded the Court of Appeal that the Privy Council had already found that their constitutional rights were breached. He says subjecting them to a new trial would only further breach those rights. Clark asked the court to set down a maximum number of years after which the state should not be permitted to retry accused persons. When asked how resource constraints may influence unfortunate delays in criminal matters, Clark pressed on. He urged the court to use the cartel matter to set down a marker. Clark told the judges that sending Kartel and his co-accused to face another trial may also affect the rights of other criminal defendants. He told the court that there were already citizens waiting on the trial list, trying to clear their names. According to Clark, Kartel's case being sent back would mean it would push other matters further back on the list. This, he says, would be an injustice to those who have been waiting for justice. That is not the country we want to live in, he told the judges. The decade-old legal saga is again before the local Court of Appeal after the UK-based Privy Council quashed the men's 2014 murder convictions and sent the matter back to the appellate tribunal to determine if they should be retried for the murder. The hearing will continue tomorrow when Clark is expected to call on affidavit evidence of the accused men in arguing against a retrial. Crown is expected to open its arguments for a retrial on Wednesday.
Meanwhile, speaking to journalists outside the Court of Appeal, John Clark warned that if the justice system can retry Kartel after a decade, then all poor Jamaicans would be at the mercy of an unjust system.
We are also recognizing that if the courts can happen, the Kartel can happen to all the Jamaican citizens, including the poorest of us. So what it means is that if a Jamaican is in custody for 13 years and then he comes and says, my money is done, and I'm next month to find an next lawyer, and I'm worried that the system won't give me justice. It means that in such a scenario, he may very well, if a president said one way or the other, may feel aggrieved, and we're asking the whole court to examine our arguments and, in light of all the facts, do what they think is just.
John Clark, attorney at law.
I want you all to listen also to Isaac Buchanan, assistant counsel. This is what she said.
Today we primarily dealt with preliminary issues as it relates to fresh evidence and the admissibility of some of the affidavits. Tomorrow we begin the substantive hearing on the matter.
Some of the information in some of the affidavits were struck out. Are you satisfied that the information that has been struck out is not in any way putting the appeal, the matter in jeopardy?
Yes, we are satisfied. And if it is that while we're making the submissions, we should take issue with any of those, I'm certain that we will raise them at the appropriate time.
Were you in contact with Mr. Pam before the hearing started this morning?
Today?
Yes.
No, we did not have an opportunity to visit the lockups today as court began at 9:30 and usual admittance to the correctional facilities will begin at 10 a.m.
What is general state of mind as this hearing begins?
Prior to today?
Yes.
Last we spoke, all of the appellants are eager to have their matter dealt with so that the issue of their freedom can finally be determined. They're eager to return to society and to their families. So we are endeavoring to ensure that that is attainable.
As attorney, are you hopeful that this case will be successful?
Very hopeful. We have put in a lot of work and a lot of time in preparing for the matter, and we are endeavoring to put our best foot forward in representing the men and vindicating them.
And the director of public prosecution, who admitted to the people of this country that in that case, as I said before, I am not taking up for no one. I do not know if anybody did it or not. I am not here as a lawyer because I'm not a lawyer. But common sense must prevail. If you all listen to what the news item said about the case and plus what this young lady said at this counsel, this lawyer. I said counsel, yes. This attorney at law said, who is the assistant, she worked side by side with well-known attorney at law, Mr. Buchanan. And if you listen to what she said and what the news is reporting, and listen back to what Jamaica's the former chief prosecutor for Jamaica, Miss Paula Luluane. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. If you listen to what she said, she has dealt with tainted jurors before. She has dealt with tainted jurors before. She has corrupted the case. And that is the lady the Constitutional Court handed down that she should go home and sit down. Delroy Chuck held bend in making sure that that lady, that same lady, is to be replaced as Jamaica's chief prosecutor. In other words, The one who is there now, she must go down, she must stop act and put in back Paula. Because Paula is the right person for the job. Paula is the right person for the job. You think that this country will ever come better when you have people like those running this country? Huh? When you listen to what the former DPP said in this video here, and you listen to what the lawyers are just saying, pick sense out of nonsense, people. This woman really did a number when it comes on to corruption in this country.
Fallout, the discussions,
on Vybz Kartel Privy Council appeal.
Heat from the Vybz Kartel Privy Council ruling continue. And this morning, for the first time, the DPP was responding since the judgment came down last Thursday morning. And she was asked by Tona and Ricardo about the advice she gave to the judge in the trial after it was revealed that there was an attempt to bribe the jurors.
DPP, having been told that all of your jurors in 2014 had been offered a $500,000 bribe, why did you not advise the judge that it was probably best to dismiss the jury, which was now obviously tainted?
You see, you are now trying to get me to discuss the matter, and I told you that I didn't wish to.
No, but certainly this point, DPP, is important because here the law lords are saying you advised the judge that you were prepared to proceed even though you knew that the entire panel, 11 jurors, the forewoman told you, had been offered bribes. Wouldn't that mean in your judgment, DPP, that the entire jury, as the law lords have now found, was contaminated and should have been terminated or discharged?
Well, first of all, I am not the judge.
True, but you gave advice that you were prepared to proceed, and what I'm trying to understand.
We were prepared to proceed.
But why were you prepared to proceed with a jury that was contaminated?
No. All the other factors, that some of which I cannot go into in terms of.
So you were thinking about cost. You were thinking about how long the matter had been going.
We were also thinking of security issues. There were a lot of other issues that we cannot go into the public domain. And what our information from the foreman was, what she was saying, was that all of the attempts had to do with acquittal. Clearly, if it had been the other way, we would have, clearly, given the overriding objective of any case, which is fairness to the accused. But what would have been perhaps planted in the mind of the jurors is, okay, you need to acquit. And remember that these persons, at least two of them, are very famous. So it would have been, as far as the prosecution, when we discussed it, we would have been at those ones at a great disadvantage. This is not the first time.
But with the greatest respect, DPP, that's not persuasive, because what I want you to focus on is the fact that the process now had been corrupted and contaminated, and you advised the judge that you were comfortable proceeding with a contaminated and corrupt process.
This is not the first time that I have had to deal with jury tampering.
And be that as it may, in the exercise of your judgment, why did you not see it fit to bring to an end a matter that had been corrupted?
After 64 days of trial?
Isn't the interest of protecting the impartial trial greater than the length of time that had elapsed?
I agree with you on paper, but I have done other cases where there has been jury tampering to the great negative of the prosecution. I have seen cases, I've seen jury inquiries where the juror, having been questioned, it was quite clear that it was either an accused person or an accused person's relative that approached the juror. And the juror was able to indicate to the court that it did not make any difference. He would still be able to have an impartial situation in his mind. I have had the experience. I've prosecuted many cases. And when asked, I have indicated that we don't have any problem. So in other words, we are prepared to take our chances and just try to make sure that you have a very powerful address. But this, what happened in a couple of the cases I've dealt with, didn't happen during summation. It happened before we got to summation. So I have had the experience before of jury tampering. And I have been asked before, what is my view, being the prosecutor in the matter? And even after the inquiry, it's a judgment. It's quite clear that you don't know if the juror is telling you everything about the encounter with the relative of the accused, but you are willing to take the chance nonetheless. So it has happened. I mean, both myself and Mr. Taylor, who was the prosecutor, we didn't drop from the sky. It's not the first case that we are both having to deal with. And in our experience, we have had to deal with cases where you have issues arising.
With the benefit of hindsight, do you regret the submissions you made?
You are not going to get me there. You are not going to get me.
Well, quite an interesting 5 minutes of exchanges there. And the takeaway for me is the DPP seems to be relying on the fact that in her long prosecutorial career, she has made a judgment call, several judgment calls, in a number.
A judgment call she make. It's not judgment call she make. The one is involved in corruption. I want you all to listen to an interview I did on this same platform here. When this video first came out, I had retired FBI agent attorney at law, Wilfred Rattigan, on the program. This is what Mr. Rattigan said. And that is why we need to ask the question over again. And I think Delroy Chuck needs to answer to the people of Jamaica. Why are you hell-bent in making sure that this woman remain as director of public prosecution for Jamaica? Is it that she has some secret hiding for the Anti-Homeless Administration?
Or she's there's secret guard where she can guard against certain things. Like, for example, don't forget now the DPP can dismiss cases before a decision is made, except cases with in the military cases. She can dismiss criminal cases. She can start them, she can end them, and she can take them over. So, for example, if the corruption prosecutor say, "Hey, I recommend that the Prime Minister should be prosecuted," the DPP can step in and say, "No, you're not going to prosecute him," and that's the end of it. So we just keep in mind that that position is a very powerful position in the judiciary, in the scheme of things, because she can, remember this, she can start cases, she can end cases, and she can take over cases.
My. And that is why we all must listen keenly to what is being said, what the lawyers are saying in this 5-day deliberation. For those who are just coming, I want to play it again for you. Make you listen keenly to what the lawyer has said. And I'm going to play the same clip in there from Mr. Buchanan office with his attorney at law.
Representing Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, today urged the Court of Appeal to draw a line in the sand and reject the state's attempt to retry them for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The impassioned plea was made by John Clark on day 2 of the retrial hearing. Clark, who represents Kahira Jones, urged the three judges to give life to the meaning of the Jamaican Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms and set the men free. Norgay Banton reports.
John Clark told the Court of Appeal that the Charter of Rights calls for a more rigorous enforcement and enhancement of human rights in Jamaica. He told Justices MacDonald, Bishop, Williams, and Fraser that no justice can be done by sending Kartel, Sean Storm, Andre St. John, and Kahira Jones back to the Home Circuit Court to again stand trial for a matter that's more than a decade old. He asked the justices to use the case to draw a line in the sand. According to Clark, such a line would serve as a warning to the Parliament and the executive arms of the government that the rights of accused persons must be taken seriously. The attorney maintained that retrying the men after more than a decade had passed would not serve the interests of justice. He told the court it would be an economic and emotional burden on the men. Clark reminded the Court of Appeal that the Privy Council had already found that their constitutional rights were breached. He says subjecting them to a new trial would only further breach those rights. Clark asked the court to set down a maximum number of years after which the state should not be permitted to retry accused persons. When asked how resource constraints may influence unfortunate delays in criminal matters, Clark pressed on. He urged the court to use the cartel matter to set down a marker. Clark told the judges that sending Kartel and his co-accused to face another trial may also affect the rights of other criminal defendants. He told the court that there were already citizens waiting on the trial list, trying to clear their names. According to Clark, Kartel's case being sent back would mean it would push other matters further back on the list. This, he says, would be an injustice to those who have been waiting for justice. That is not the country we want to live in, he told the judges. The decade-old legal saga is again before the local Court of Appeal after the UK-based Privy Council quashed the men's 2014 murder convictions and sent the matter back to the appellate tribunal to determine if they should be retried for the murder. The hearing will continue tomorrow when Clark is expected to call on affidavit evidence of the accused men in arguing against a retrial. Crown is expected to open its arguments for a retrial on Wednesday.
Meanwhile, speaking to journalists outside the Court of Appeal, John Clark warned that if the justice system can retry Kartel after a decade, then all poor Jamaicans would be at the mercy of an unjust system.
We are also recognizing that if the court thing can happen to Kartel, it can happen to other Jamaican citizens, including the poorest of us. So what it means is that if a Jamaican is in custody for 30 years and then he comes and says, my money is done, I have next month to find an next lawyer, and I'm worried that the system won't give me justice. It means that in such a scenario, he may very well, if a president said one word or the other, may feel aggrieved, and we're asking the court to examine our arguments and in light of all the factors, what they think is just.
John Clark, attorney at law.
Do you all listen keenly to what is being said? And listen to know what Mr. Buchanan, assistant in the case, is saying. This DPP, or the former DPP, I think she's still working there, you know. The former DPP, she did a number on this case. And that is why we're asking all the cases that this woman has presided over, it should be, every single case should look into. Every single case that Jamaica's chief prosecutor, the DPP, has presided over should be looked into. She admitted that she has dealt with jury tampering before, and she allowed the case to continue. Listen to what Mr. Buchanan, lawyer, is saying after the hearing today.
Today we primarily dealt with preliminary issues.
Sorry, not Mr. Buchanan lawyer. The lawyer who works side with Mr. Buchanan.
Today we primarily dealt with preliminary issues as it relates to fresh evidence and the admissibility of some of the affidavits. Tomorrow we begin the substantive hearing on the matter.
Some of the information in some of the affidavits were struck out. Are you satisfied that the information that has been struck out is not in any way putting the appeal, the matter in jeopardy?
Yes, we are satisfied, and if it is that while we're making the submissions we should take issue with any of those, I'm certain that we will raise them at the appropriate time.
Were you in contact with Mr. Pam before the hearing started this morning?
Today?
Yes.
No, we did not have an opportunity to visit the lockups today as court began at 9:30 and usual admittance to the correctional facilities will begin at 10 a.m.
What is general state of mind as this hearing begins?
Prior to today?
Yes.
Last we spoke, all of the appellants are eager to have their matter dealt with so that the issue of their freedom can finally be determined. They're eager to return to society and to their families. So we are endeavoring to ensure that that is attainable.
As attorney, are you hopeful that this case will be successful?
Very hopeful. We have put in a lot of work and a lot of time in preparing for the matter, and we are endeavoring to put our best foot forward in representing the men and vindicating them.
This is Mek Wi Talk. Sorry about that. I know I have some news coming in, but bear with me, please. I need to figure out something here. There is an item of news that is just coming into us that I need to put on to here, but I need to figure out something here first before I jump and do it. Let me see if this is true. There's an item of news coming in. It may not be of importance to you all, but it is important to other people. And I think we all need to get the news into us. One moment for me, please. One moment for me, please. Yes. Hold on for me. Here we go. One moment here. This is Mek Wi Talk breaking news. News just coming into us. Jamaica's first female Speaker of the House of Representatives, Valerie Nielsen, has died. Mrs. Nielsen served as Member of Parliament for St. James East Central from 1989 to 1997. Yes, Jamaica's first female Speaker of the House of Representatives, Valerie Nielsen, has died. Mrs. Nielsen served as Member of Parliament for St. James East Central from 1989 to 1997, and as member of the People's National Party, Thus, Jamaica's first female Speaker of the House of Representatives have died. Mrs. Nielsen is also the first female president of the Jamaica Agricultural Society. That's Jamaica's first female Speaker of the House of Representatives has died. That's news just coming into our news center right here on the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. That's news just coming to us that Jamaica's first female Speaker of the House of Representatives has died. Back to normal programming, where we're speaking about the case with Mr. Kartel. Hold on for me. I think I have something here that I want you all to listen to also. Yes. You know, when we sit and listen to this, and me not try no case in a public opinion. Me not know if anybody do anything, nor am I here taking up for anyone. I know both sides of the fence is grieving rather. because Lizard family is grieving, along with Kartel family is saying he has been locked away. The DPP mess up the case. That's what they're going to say. The DPP mess up the case. Because if she can come out publicly after she came back from London, you know. After she came back from London, she came publicly and said that she, the DPP, has dealt with tainted jurors before. And that is why the Jamaican people must demand that every case that this DPP has ever presided over should be looked into. Jamaica's Chief Justice and the Attorney General should be called upon to look into these cases. But it seems that they're afraid of Delroy Chuck, you know. Because if Delroy Chuck can override the Constitutional Court, I think these people are afraid of Delroy Chuck. The case today open up everybody's eyes of what the lawyers are saying. By the way, we have another item of news that I want you all to listen to, where the share riding company is saying that they did not, at no time at all, have that man who maybe raped and killed the teacher in their company. I want you to listen to what the news is saying about this too. Hold on for me, please.
Hearing platform InDrive has denied suggestions that murdered school teacher Daniel Anglin was abducted the day she used its platform. The company issued the denial in a statement to the media on Tuesday. Dana Davey has more in this report.
InDrive says thanks to its AI-powered facial recognition technology, 99.9% of Jamaican rides have been incident-free. It says accusations that Daniel Anglin was abducted and murdered after using its service are false. While extending condolences to Miss Anglin's family and pledging to support them, the company says it is important to provide complete transparency. It says the school teacher last used this platform on May 11. That's 2 days before she's alleged to have disappeared. The company says based on information received from the authorities, it can also confirm that the suspect in custody is not a registered user of its platform. It says there is no name, number, or email address associated with the suspect. The company says it's collaborating with authorities on the investigation into the disappearance and suspected murder and can confirm that it did not happen on the InDrive platform. It says it will continue to cooperate closely with the police to ensure justice is served in the matter. The company says it has implemented an enhanced user verification system which bars drivers from accessing the platform without all the requested paperwork being approved. InDrive says it has been in dialogue with the relevant authorities in order to co-create initiatives that stamp out assault and violence for both drivers and passengers.
InDrive is saying that notorious criminal is not employed by them. So it begs to ask the question of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. That gentleman was deported from Antigua. When he was deported from Antigua, he got himself into trouble into Jamaica. He was locked up in Jamaica. And then you're being told that he has some taxi business going on by the said Jamaica Constabulary Force. Now you're now in Ride is saying to us, not go so. Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey need to come and tell the Jamaican people who exactly this man is. Who exactly is this man? And what sort of filing system do they have on Jamaican citizens who are coming back to the country who are deported from other countries? What sort of filing system do you have to keep the country updated or to keep yourself updated to say, okay, this person is deported because he committed a crime, he's a sex offender? Does Jamaica have a sex offender registry? And if so, why is it private? I am being told that the Minister of National Security, Dr. Harris Chang, is saying that the National Sex Registry should not be made public. It should only be made public to certain people. Is that the case? The level of corruption in this country is appalling. The Director of Public Prosecution, former Director of Public Prosecution, admitted that she allowed the Vybz Kartel case to continue. And she's aware that there was tainted jurors in the system. And she allowed it to continue. The case went to the London-based Privy Council. Now it's back into Jamaica. About 5-day deliberation going on. This is the country that they're saying that one who is bringing down brand Jamaica. This is the nation that they're saying one who is bringing down brand Jamaica. When you listen to what the lawyers are saying, when you listen to the news of what the lawyers are saying, it makes you sit down and pick sense out of nonsense. And it's that I keep on repeating myself with this news clipping here. But it's a very interesting news clipping. Very interesting. And I want you all to listen to it again.
Representing?
It's a very interesting news clipping here.
Representing Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, today urged the Court of Appeal to draw a line in the sand and reject the state's attempt to retry them for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The impassioned plea was made by John Clark on day 2 of the retrial hearing. Clark, who represents Kahira Jones, urged the 3 judges to give life to the meaning of the Jamaican Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms and set the men free. Norgay Banton reports.
John Clark told the Court of Appeal that the Charter of Rights calls for a more rigorous enforcement and enhancement of human rights in Jamaica. He told Justices MacDonald, Bishop, Williams, and Fraser that no justice can be done by sending Kartel, Sean Storm, Andre St. John, and Kahira Jones back to the Home Circuit Court to again stand trial for a matter that's more than a decade old. He asked the justices to use the case to draw a line in the sand. According to Clark, such a line would serve as a warning to the Parliament and the executive arms of the government that the rights of accused persons must be taken seriously. The attorney maintained that retrying the men after more than a decade had passed would not serve the interests of justice. He told the court it would be an economic and emotional burden on the men. Clark reminded the Court of Appeal that the Privy Council had already found that their constitutional rights were breached. He says subjecting them to a new trial would only further breach those rights. Clark asked the court to set down a maximum number of years after which the state should not be permitted to retry accused persons. When asked how resource constraints may influence unfortunate delays in criminal matters, Clark pressed on. He urged the court to use the cartel matter to set down a marker. Clark told the judges that sending Kartel and his co-accused to face another trial may also affect the rights of other criminal defendants. He told the court that there were already citizens waiting on the trial list, trying to clear their names. According to Clark, Kartel's case being sent back would mean it would push other matters further back on the list. This, he says, would be an injustice to those who have been waiting for justice. That is not the country we want to live in, he told the judges. The decade-old legal saga is again before the local court of appeal after the UK-based Privy Council quashed the men's 2014 murder convictions and sent the matter back to the appellate tribunal to determine if they should be retried for the murder. The hearing will continue tomorrow when Clark is expected to call on affidavit evidence of the accused men in arguing against a retrial. Crown is expected to open its arguments for a retrial on Wednesday.
Meanwhile, speaking to journalists outside the Court of Appeal, John Clark warned that if the justice system can retry Kartel after a decade, then all poor Jamaicans would be at the mercy of an unjust system.
We're also recognizing that if the courts can happen, Kartel can happen to all the Jamaican citizens, including the poorest of us. So what it means is that if a Jamaican is in custody for 13 years and then he comes and says, my money is done, and I'm next month by an ex-lawyer, and I'm worried that the system won't give me justice. It means that in such a scenario, he may very well, if a president said one way or the other, may feel aggrieved, and we're asking the court to examine our arguments and in light of all the factors, as to what they think is just.
John Clark, attorney at law.
My. This is the person who made the case. I forgot to the council. And now the case come back to Jamaica. This one here.
The discussions on Vybz Kartel Privy Council appeal.
Heat from the Vybz Kartel Privy Council ruling continue. And this morning, for the first time, the DPP was responding since the judgment came down last Thursday morning. And she was asked by Tona and Ricardo about the advice she gave to the judge in the trial after it was revealed that there was an attempt to bribe the jurors.
DPP, having been told that all of your jurors in 2014 had been offered a $500,000 bribe, why did you not advise the judge that it was probably best to dismiss the jury, which was now obviously tainted?
You see, you are now trying to get me to discuss the matter, and I told you that I didn't wish to.
No, but certainly this point, DPP, is important because here the law lords are saying you advised the judge that you were prepared to proceed even though you knew that the entire panel, 11 jurors, the forewoman told you, had been offered bribes. Wouldn't that mean in your judgment, DPP, that the entire jury, as the law lords have now found, was contaminated and should have been terminated or discharged?
Well, first of all, I am not the judge.
True, but you gave advice that you were prepared to proceed, and what I'm trying to understand.
You were prepared to proceed.
But why were you prepared to proceed with a jury that was contaminated?
No. All the other factors, that some of which I cannot go into in terms of.
So you were thinking about cost. You were thinking about how long the matter had been going.
Also thinking of security issues. There were a lot of other issues that we cannot go into the public domain, and what our information from the foreman was, what she was saying, was that all of the attempts had to do with acquittal. Clearly, if it had been the other way, we would have, clearly, given the overriding objective of any case, which is fairness to the accused. But what would have been perhaps planted in the mind of the jurors is, okay, you need to acquit. And remember that these persons, at least two of them, are very famous. So it would have been, as far as the prosecution, when we discussed it, we would have been at those ones at a great disadvantage. This is not the first time.
But with the greatest respect, DPP, that's not persuasive, because What I want you to focus on is the fact that the process now had been corrupted and contaminated, and you advised the judge that you were comfortable proceeding with a contaminated and corrupt process.
This is not the first time that I have had to deal with jury tampering.
And be that as it may, in the exercise of your judgment, why did you not see it fit to bring to an end a matter that had been corrupted?
After 64 days of trial?
Isn't the interest of protecting the impartial trial greater than the length of time that had elapsed?
I agree with you on paper, but I have done other cases where there has been jury tampering to the great negative of the prosecution. I have seen cases, I've seen jury inquiries where the juror, having been questioned, it was quite clear that it was either an accused person or an accused person's relative that approached the juror. And the juror was able to indicate to the court that it did not make any difference. He would still be able to have an impartial situation in his mind. I have had the experience. I've prosecuted many cases. And when asked, I have indicated that we don't have any problem. So in other words, we are prepared to take our chances and just try to make sure that you have a very powerful address. But this what happened in a couple of the cases I've dealt with, didn't happen during summation. It happened before we got to summation. So I have had the experience before of jury tampering. And I have been asked before, what is my view, being the prosecutor in the matter? And even after the inquiry, it's a judgment. It's quite clear that you don't know if the juror is telling you everything about the encounter with the relative of the accused, but you are willing to take the chance nonetheless. So it has happened. I mean, both myself and Mr. Taylor, who was the prosecutor, we didn't drop from the sky. It's not the first case that we are both having to deal with. And in our experience, we have had to deal with cases where you have issues arising.
With the benefit of hindsight, do you regret the submissions you made?
You are not going to get me there. You are not going to get me.
Well, quite.
The numbers to call into the program, your views and everything, 954-529-8030. It's also a WhatsApp number. 954-529-8030. Jamaica's chief prosecutor said that she has dealt with tainted jurors before. She allowed the case to go on. She allowed the case to proceed. And it's not her first time she has done this. She have allowed the case to proceed. Listen to what the woman said again.
Fallout, the discussion.
On Vybz Kartel Privy Council appeal.
Fallout.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program.
Hi, Jeffrey, darling. How are you doing?
I am doing good, ma'am. How are you doing?
I am great. It's Kingston here.
Hey, it's Kingston. What's going on?
You know, so then just kill one man up the road just a while ago.
Where?
Right, I'm out in the Windward Road.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Two man ride up on a bike and done it. Oh, boy, me I tell you. It's not easy. All right, this case here now. First, if Miss Llewellyn, if Paula did just stop right there after 64 days, we in this mud lake where we in and out.
You're so correct.
If she did just stop after 64 days and do she have to do it in this bangaranga to the DNA. And she had the nerves
to admit the fact.
She says that this, thank you. And what has been done? Nothing.
She admit the facts to the Jamaican people and to the judges in London that she has dealt with tainted jurors before. The woman had an interview as she came back from London. She had an interview nationwide. Dear God in heaven.
Exactly. And as I was saying, how many cases have been dealt with in this way that we don't hear of? That, Jeffrey, you know, if you visit the prison them in Jamaica, I talk about Jamaica, I talk about free Jamaica, I not talk about foreign, because I don't know no more foreign. I talk about free Jamaica.
Hold on for me. You only have 2 minutes here because I have a lot of calls coming in. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. You only have 2 minutes to leave because I have a lot of calls coming in.
Yeah, if you visit the prison and do a survey, out of 100%, 95% are in the innocent. Love you, Jeffrey.
Thank you very much for calling in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Good night. Okay, the person hung up. Right. The number to call is 954-529-8030. Those who are calling can call back. 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the program. My. What is going on? It don't look good at all in this country. Don't look good. I see Miss P was calling. Miss P, you can call back to you know. Oh, here she is. Hello, good night, Miss P. How you doing?
Well, I'm there. I take in the program and I listen. But let me tell you, see, Father Llewellyn, to she are the boss, she feel like she can do anything and get through. You understand? Because she's a learned person and she know what is right and what is legal and what is not. We don't know nothing. But if she know that, I'm just say, imagine the amount of people with that woman send go to prison. But for nothing. You imagine? You imagine the amount of people where pay people accuse them or whatever said we go vice versa. That is the reason why this government pay for keep around. The amount of court case where we call up, where we try and people, where we try, them turn a blind eye on it. And it's only certain people them have strength for. We don't know if Elizabeth dead or who killed Elizabeth. We don't know. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. You have a case like that, when they put the public, the international case, and you handle it like that? No, how much it all cost we to go retrial cake and a grown can and this? It's a sit when let out the man. To me, my personal opinion, we feel like it's just a system of fight cartel. For some reason, I don't know. It is said that he's affiliated with the opposition party. I don't know.
We don't know, Miss P.
We don't know.
Yeah, Miss P, can you call back in a couple of minutes because I have another call coming in, about 3 more calls coming in. Can you call back in a couple of minutes if possible?
No problem.
Thank you very much. Good night. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program.
Good night, Jeffrey. How are you doing?
I am here looking and living like Butty Perkins.
Yes, master. Dog has put on long, you're covering it, right?
Pardon me?
Mr. Dog has put on long, you're covering it.
Same way, sir.
All right, yeah. So I hope this finds you well. Just a quick observation as usual.
Yes.
Any well-thinking Jamaican, you see?
Yes.
Regardless of what color they want to put on, we are Jamaicans and we must be honest.
Yes.
When I look at the royal greed case
fit. Yeah, the greedy roles. So I call him real greed.
Yes.
And fits what Pinnock. And this situation with the man that was killed in Patrick's house. And all of them, because they are closely connected to that man, and not calling anybody's name.
Yes.
They go free, and they are just waiting for the time to run off so that they can use statute of whatever limitation to let them go. I am looking at how the DPP is doing everything that's in our power to ensure that he does the bidding of that man. And I can't believe, I don't know. Can you imagine you knew about jury tampering and yet you allow those cases to go through and you come on public TV to tell people, tell the nation and the world that she should go to prison, you know?
Indeed.
And she's gone out to represent Jamaica abroad at meeting. Is she still the DPP for you know?
Listen to me. I don't know what is going on. They say we have an acting DPP. And it's alleged that she is at the office partly every day.
So it's possible that we're playing two DPPs.
Yes.
And I'm asking, yes, right, yeah, man. You see, there are such things that sorry, you know, but I'm not going there because I know many people don't go well.
Yes.
His father, Arbut, when him, we used to call him Arbut. And you have a brother there, you never have much sense, so you used to stay upstairs and speak from people, and then go, then will say a place to buy anything. So for him, stories a lot, but I'm leaving it alone.
Yes. All right.
So I am saying Jamaicans need to stand up and stop behaving like this stupid, because it's like you wake up one morning and you see everything change and you wonder how we got there. Because we are allowing that man and his cronies, his many minions, to get away with too many things. And I'm just sorry for Jamaica. To be honest with you, I am just sorry for all of us, whether we live abroad or we live in Jamaica, want your roots are there, and our children and grandchildren. I'm sorry for us. And Paula Lily needs to go to my house. She needs to go home because she's in Andrew's back pocket, and they are all friends and cronies. Whenever they don't go party together, and people all of them slap me from shenanigans together. And that's why nobody can talk to her, because she feels say, I'm looking one thing before I do, because I know other people want to call.
Okay,
you know, when I look at how Portia Simpson served Jamaica, she wasn't one of those brilliant ones who went and get all degrees and study and have all the accolades. But that woman's heart was in Jamaica, and she worked for the Jamaican people. And she's homesick now with all the good that she did, you know. So let Paula Llewellyn continue. Let her continue. And I'm not saying anymore.
Thank you very much for calling in.
Blessings, Jeffrey, and take good care of yourself, darling. Thank you for what you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Blessings. Bye-bye.
Bye. The numbers to call. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. The number is a WhatsApp number also, 954-529-8030. 954-529-8030. That's the numbers to call into the program. I know there's some people calling I couldn't get through. You can call back. We have about what? 4 or 5, 7 missed call. Call back, man. Here we go. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Good afternoon. Good night. Where are you calling from?
The number is a WhatsApp number, 954-529-8030. 954-529-8030.
Can you turn off your TV in the background, please, when you're going to talk to me, please?
I don't have any. Okay. When I'm talking to Jeffrey.
Yes, you're talking to Jeffrey.
Okay. Well, I think the issue. Look for R. Kelly. We sure know she ain't can't find no evidence. The woman then they say they fool you in the man this and that. I'm sure no she ain't can't find no proof.
Why would you say that? Hello?
Because hello, it's all about money.
Oh.
It's all about money making. It's all about money making. If all the people they come come and say, I can reduce the IQ if we say they not get money?
I don't know, sir. I can't prove anything, sir.
No. But I'll see him to your Vybz Kartel.
Okay.
I'm so low, so he's not dead.
Why are you saying that? Why you say that?
But they can't find anybody creative.
So you would say Donnelly Donald's not dead either, because they can't find her body either.
Okay. Can't find money. So why they having money? Just because of money. Just because of money.
All right, my friend. Thanks for calling in.
And I see people and say people say they don't know why they let them know. Because of money.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
Thank you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. The numbers are 954-529-8030. That's the numbers to call into the program. Wow. It is I don't know. This beloved country of ours, is it? There's never a dull moment in this country. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment in Jamaica. You can never find a dull moment in this country. You get up every day and there's some news going on in Jamaica. Never a dull moment. One of my friends just said that there's something going on in Mountain View. We don't know if that is so, but what she said is she never come up here and given a lie in the story. So maybe that's true. Wow. Our nation is in crisis, you know. There's rumor going on. Well, not rumor. It's in the Jamaica Glean, I think. I think that's where I saw it. Where the Ministry of Transportation is saying that they do not know who allow Uber and share riding to come into Jamaica. They said it in February, and now they're hugging up the Uber and whatever. I tell you, this country of ours, and somebody murdered. This teacher lady was murdered. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Good night.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Turn off your TV in the background for me, please.
Oh, turn off my TV.
Yes, sir. You're having a feedback here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for answering, Mr. Gentleman. So, I'm going to say,
yeah,
the evidence them what them have for Vybz Kartel, the post for 2011,
yes,
the CD and the video tape and the voice note. What are those?
Pardon me? Where are those?
No, what are those? Those are not substantial to say he's guilty.
My friend, I don't know, you know. Maybe they're there. I don't know.
They are there because they're on YouTube. I watch this every day.
Right.
So I think that this evidence that they have is more than substantial.
Yes.
You understand? So I don't know if people still in disbelief, like, really.
If the what? If the what? I don't hear the part where you said if the what?
If people still in disbelief that Vybz Kartel is innocent.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, my friend.
The evidence is there, man, and that alone can be proven. If they have those evidence, that alone can be more than substantial to sentence the person. The video and the voice note. They don't need a body blow. So if only way they can free Vybz Kartel is that there was a Luca in the case, you know, like if they did something that they're not supposed to do. That's the only way they can free him. If they did something illegal to get those evidence or whatever, But those are more than substantial. That's Cartel made a mistake, and he just have to plead guilty right now and just say, "Give me a chance."
So what the DPP do by accepting tainted jurors to go proceed with the case? Is that there's something supposed to happen there too?
When they said they brought the jury?
Yes, and the DPP allowed that bribe jury to continue. She did
that
not
shouldn't continue. That if they made that, that's something. If they did that's illegal. They cannot do that.
But that's what she did. Were you listening to what she said? The director hold on for me. The director of public prosecution, when she came back from London, England, she went in a nationwide program, and she admit the fact that there was tainted jurors. Hold on for me, no man. That there was tainted jurors in the case, and she allowed the case to continue.
Well, if she did that, that's wrong, bro. You cannot do that.
Okay.
You're messing up the case right here, you know?
Well, that's what happened, my friend. All right?
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lull in the system. They're not following the law.
Were you listening to the program before you call it?
I listened to the program. I hear that the DDP continue the case with the tainted jury.
Right.
So they can, if they want to free the guy, they free the guy. If they want anything they want to do, they do, because it's their system, you know. You cannot fight the system. All right, till the next time. I'll listen to this.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much for calling in. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hello. Good night to the Mek Wi Talk program. How are you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Jeffrey. Good night, Jeffrey. Calling from St. Lucia.
From St. Lucia?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. How are you doing?
All over the world, people following this case.
Yes.
And in law, you must prove someone guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Right? Following this case, I don't know if I could see that this case has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. You hearing evidence that the cell phone was tampered with. You're hearing that the cell phone that was presented in evidence was tampered with. You're hearing that the crime scene was damaged days after or weeks after. You're hearing so many questionable things in presenting this case. I don't know if anyone could say that this case has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, right? It's true that Vybz Kartel may have persons who don't like him. But should I go to prison because someone don't like me? Or because you have proven your case against me?
Can I ask you a question, sir? Are you a counsel? Are you an attorney at law?
No, I'm just a layman.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Right? I have no choice but to put myself in their shoes. Also, this case has been going on for how long? How long has this man been in prison?
I don't know, my brother.
Can you tell me?
Repeat what you said. I didn't hear you.
How long has he been in prison?
He has been in prison since 2014, I think. Yes. Is it since 2014?
That's more than 10 years?
Is it since 2014?
Is it 20 years?
Yes, I think it's more than, I think it's 10 years, yes.
It's more than 10 years.
I think he's in prison from 2014. I don't remember. I think it's 2014.
Okay. So the DPP is saying that the reason why
2011. I was told by one of the people on YouTube, it's 2011.
Okay, so the DPP is saying that the reason why the case was not stopped with the tainted jury was because of the cost, right?
So she said.
Okay, so how much now will it cost to retry the case?
That's what everybody's asking.
Huh? Isn't there still that conflict of the cost to retry the case?
Because and another thing again, you know, based on what you're hearing from Mr. Palmer, DJ Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel family, that they don't have the resources now to go back through that same shibangarang all over again.
Exactly my point. Exactly. So this is justice denied. So if it's a cost on the state, the person who's presumed innocent until proven guilty, it's a cost to him. You denied him that right to a fair trial by continuing the case.
There you go.
Right? Your highest court in Jamaica, outside of the Privy Council, was ready to accept the case as is until the Privy Council stepped in through the tenacity and the never give up attitude of the defendant. It went all the way to the Privy Council, who sent back the case. Right? Because of the tainted jury. Right? There's something totally wrong with Jamaica's judicial system.
It corrupts, sir.
Right?
Call the word, sir. Don't say corrupt.
This is total corruption.
There you go.
Right? Now, you cannot say that this man can be guaranteed a fair trial right now. Right? Because
anybody in the country under the DPP. Because
this man, the jury pool has already been tainted. The jury is made up of persons in the public. Since she's been back, she's gone on a public campaign on that trial already. Right? She has already tainted the jury pool. This man can't get a fair trial again. He can't get a fair trial. And just the fact that they allowed the case to go on with a tainted jury. Some persons, by trying to bribe them, they could render a guilty verdict just on that basis.
And what they're doing now, you know, they're saying that because apparently what they're saying that the case was trying in public opinion with bloggers on YouTube and all sort of shibangarang. So in other words, what they're trying to do is take away the blame from the DPP and put it on people on social media.
But you can't blame anybody else because the thing is in the public domain, right? And you can't get away from it, right? You can't get away from it. I mean, they're saying that a man has lost his life. They have no proof of the body. There's so much questions, you know, and what I mean. Why not start if you have a juror attempting to bribe the jury pool? Why not just start over with a brand new jury? You understand?
That's what, because listen to me, as you talk about that, and we have to go anytime soon because we have another calls coming in. As you say that, if Jamaicans should go and dig up the case between Michael Manley and oh Lord, what was the name of the guy? He was a journalist from the Gleaner Company. Was Michael Manley versus XQYZ. And PJ Patterson and Hugh Small spoke about it. I don't remember if Hugh Small and PJ Patterson represented Michael Manley. I can't remember that. But when they found out that the individual was either friend with somebody or something of the sort, they had to also get a new DPP.
A new jury.
A new jury.
A new DPP?
Yes.
A new jury.
A new jury, yes.
For all we know, the jury may have been ready to render a not guilty verdict. But just on the fact that they were being attempted to be bribed, people have said no. I'm going to find this man guilty. some persons take offense to such behavior.
But what I don't understand too, the attorney at law who represented Kartel at that case, he could have said, or the person could have said, listen to me, I'm not gonna proceed with this case. Although the DPP say yes, she's gonna proceed with it. So I want to know if his lawyer couldn't say to the judge, I will not proceed with this case. Although the DPP
that is not the job of the lawyer. That's the judge of the judge who is the referee in the matter.
So that means that between the DPP and the judge is corrupt then.
Yeah, because I mean, the fact is that this man has a lot of hatred in Jamaican society, and it is clear. And he's received a lot of blame for negative aspects of Jamaican society, right? That you must always put yourself in someone else's shoes. Would you like to be imprisoned over hatred for you, rather than presenting a fair case, a fair trial against me?
Yes. I want to tell you thanks for calling in, because I have an next call coming in. Thank you so much for calling in, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much. Hello, good night. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Where are you calling from?
Texas.
Oh, Texas.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my friend.
I was just listening to the program, man.
Yes.
Like you said, Vybz Kartel lawyer could have said, if the jury is tainted, I don't want to continue with the jury. We got to do a whole new jury for my client.
True.
Why he didn't do that?
And as what my good friend Wayne Global TV said, that the judge has the final say in everything. The judge should not allow this to continue.
Exactly. The judge should allow it to continue, right? But look, both parties got to agree for the judge to make a decision. If both parties agree to continue, the judge going to continue. If Vybz Kartel lawyer speaks up and said, no, this cannot continue because the judge, the jury already done tainted the other jurors that to find him not guilty, so they might want to find him guilty. Any lawyer would have said, no, we're not continuing with this. Different jury. Unless the Vybz Kartel set the whole jury thing up. And his lawyer already know what the play is and know when they had a tainted jury. We already saw the evidence that Vybz Kartel was going to get convicted, but we all saw the evidence. He was going to get convicted because he did do the crime. So he set the whole jury thing up so they could go to the privy council so they could get the case returned on the jury misconduct. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But the question must be asked to, and I have a next call coming, I have to go anytime soon. The question must be asked to, caller, is if you know you're innocent, who was paying the jury, by the way? Who was paying the jury?
I guess Paul and the judge was paying the jury for Vybz Kartel to get a not guilty verdict. Come on, make it make sense. We all know who was paying the jury. They set the whole thing up. It's a setup. Tom Tavares, he know the law, and he already know what he was doing. He the one who set this whole thing up. Come on. This is a setup, man. But Vybz Kartel still not going to fight guilty. He could have bought all conditioning, head swelling, arthropathy. They're going to do a retrial. A bench trial would be good because, I mean, if they say they don't want to do no jury because everybody know about the case, bench trial. Let the judge decide on evidence. They don't want that. Because if the judge decide on evidence, he's guilty all day, every day. He's guilty twice on Monday.
Yes. Thank you for calling in, sir. One next call coming in. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Thank you. Good night. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Where are you calling from?
Hey, Mr. Jeffrey, how you doing, sir? Good?
I am good, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Cayman Island.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Just looking at the whole system, listening to you and all of that, and as you always said before, rightly said, upper Anchalans and down Anchalans, right?
Yeah, man. The people of
It
the
could be,
and the Vumba.
yeah, it could be any one of us in the same situation. Innocent are guilty at the end of the day, but this situation is that people who are law expert, right?
Yes.
You go all the way to England. People them find everything wrong with the case, which should be thrown out, just like that. And then Jamaica have it a spin round. Well, at the end of the day, them have bodies. People with dead bodies in the house, but them can't deal with. You understand? People like Royal Reed and really more if I continue with them, right? Why pushing this case so much at the end of the day to cost taxpayers money? And the question is that are we all gonna sit down and allow these people at the end of the day to retry this man at our expense? And we know they will eventually is a kangaroo court straight up. Just look on it. That couldn't happen to anybody. The woman convinced and said, yes, we do. The woman basically said, right, we do as me feel like. And nobody can do it. And the whole world is watching. I should not even have no shame with herself for looking at myself and said, this, the world is watching me. And this is says law. This is not law, this is garbage, injustice. Right. And she forgot prison instead.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That's so Jeffrey.
Good night. Hello, good night. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program.
Go on, bossy. I watch the program all the while, man, and I just like a tune in. Like a tune into it then.
Yes, turn off the TV in the background for me now.
No, I'm gonna pause you. You were talking to the guy from the country there. I don't remember what name. St. Lucia or something like that.
I wish I could stay a little bit longer to speak to him because he's well learned, and that is why I asked if he was a lawyer.
Yeah, I heard it. You asked him if he was a lawyer, and he said he was a normal man.
He's well learned.
Yeah, I would give you a chance to get him back or something.
I'm gonna call in. I'm gonna ask him to call me back for true. Yes, before the program ends, he has to call me back. I'm gonna ask him to call me back. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm listening to it right now.
All right, man. Thanks much.
All right, boss.
Okay, bye. My for those who wanna call, you can call in. But my St. Lucian's brother, the gentleman from St. Lucia was calling. Can you call back, please? Miss P, good night. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, but you know, there's something to tell you.
Yes.
You know if you see, yes, where Edgerton, Newman, and some more big man, good old man, different.
I saw it.
Pay a taxi man, how much million? Yeah. Make it make uno see. If you have it, play it. Before Jamaican people, how low them be. Them buy vote now, them a buy out taxi man. I will less them a go buy out. Jesus Christ, God Almighty, what is this? Where could Jamaica come to? We could have talked to my rights. And I determine say we want a better country, a better system. You know what thing we ask you for? Set the system properly. Yes. So it benefit you, it benefit me. Yes. And you come with your thinking money.
True.
How long the money can serve you? When one ticket at $5,000, we not giving a place where we take up and let off. We not giving a parking this and that. Yes. One little mistake, they are driving car on the bad road. I drop in a patrol like cut off. We don't block up the police. In charge me fee no park right I know this. Yes. And then there's 2 minutes down the road, the pop off.
Yes, Miss P.
Those are the things we have to look into.
Yes, Miss P. I want to talk to you some more about the cartel, the transport authority thing, and I'll call you and make a talk about it. We're going to talk about cartel now. Thanks for calling and tell me about it. All right.
Okay.
Thanks much, man. Wow, the gentleman from St. Lucia who called a while ago. Okay. Hello, good night. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program.
Yes, my friend, I appreciate your calling.
Yes.
Appreciating my take on the whole affair.
Yes. Turn off what you have in the background because I'm getting the feedback here in the studio.
Okay, 1 minute. Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Is that better?
Yes, but you have to move away from there now. Because I'm getting a squeaky sound.
Is it?
Yes, much better now. Much better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You are you sure you're not attorney at law because you're well learned, man?
no, I'm not. Sir, I'm not.
You're well learned.
I'm just paying attention to what is going on, and putting myself in this man's position, I don't think I would want to go for that situation. You know,
Because if you have the chief prosecutor for a country can come out and tell the nation and indeed the world that she has dealt with tainted jurors before.
now that's an indictment on the prosecutor herself, and she admitted that. That's just like Cartel admitting to numerous murders before.
Yes.
Right? Imagine the court returning the case due to having a tainted jury. And this woman is saying that there are other persons sitting in prison who went through the same process, who may not have had the funds to go to the Privy Council to get the same justice that Mr. Palmer is getting today. Imagine she's admitting that she has other persons seated in prison who went through the same process, and no one is calling for her resignation. So now, how many court cases does the state have to retry now?
But sir, the state not retrying one single case because the fact of the matter is Jamaica's Chief Justice and the Attorney General did nothing about it. The woman.
But now, if you don't have money to mount your own defense,
yes,
you just sit and rot in jail.
When
the job of the prosecutor should not be merely to gain a conviction, but to see to it that justice
is served.
And at times, justice served is seeing to it that someone who's not proven guilty on a matter is not left languishing in prison because you just want to secure a guilty verdict. That's not justice served, right? At times, justice served is seeing to it that someone who is not guilty of an offense or even proven guilty of an offense does not get locked up behind prison bars, right? All elements of the crime must be proven, right? And if there is an element of doubt, a matter must be proven beyond reasonable doubt. Can we say that this case against those three gentlemen was proven beyond reasonable doubt? Do you remember the trial was mad with accusations of impropriety?
Yes.
Right? Now, if I am sitting on a jury and I'm hearing that the cell phone that is presented by the police received calls while in police custody.
That's what I was told too.
Right? Why would I convict a man on that? If I'm hearing that there is tampering with the cell phone, right? There is what is called chain of custody evidence, right? And the judge himself should instruct the court properly. You understand? I don't know if it's just me.
Yes.
But something does sit right about this case.
Something what?
Something does not sit right about this case.
Something smells stink.
Something does sit right about this case. I mean, if you say a man is a menace to society, and you would hope for an opportunity to put him behind bars to save the public from him. You don't commit a crime to solve crime.
You know something, sir?
Right?
You said something a while ago that dragged my memory to something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If my memory served me correctly, and I don't want to be putting out any false news. If my memory served me correctly, I remember in 2011, when the case was going on, there was something in the media from a political party in this country, and it was rumored around that they're going to use Mr. Adija Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel, as an example because of some lyrics that was being sung by him, like put the AK over the wall and all kind of shibangarang. I don't know if it's who sing that song.
Wasn't the commissioner of police at the time quoted as saying that this gentleman is responsible for numerous gang murders in the country?
There you go, sir. Yes. And I'm
mean,
going to dig up those videos, you know. I'm going to see if I can find those videos.
You should go back in the archives and bring up the history behind this case. This case stinks.
Yes.
Right? And if you find a man is a menace to society and you have credible evidence to put him behind bars, you put him behind bars for whatever evidence that you have. You don't make up evidence, you know, to get him locked up behind bars, you know.
You know,
you may not,
I hear
you may not like you may not like the man's music.
Yes.
Similarly, I may not like some movies, right? I may not watch a movie if I don't like it. I wouldn't want to destroy someone because of whatever they choose to. If you don't like it, just don't listen to it.
Wow.
Huh?
You know something, sir? Somebody's saying that why don't we go and talk to the judges in London? The judges in London realized that there was something wrong with the case. And that is why they sent it back to Jamaica.
I believe the judges used that point to return the case. But during the matter, the judges raised other issues with this case.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The council raised other issues with this case. But they used this situation with the tainted jury, which is a strong point to return the case. You understand me?
Because the judges in London realized that and I think that is why the DPP came back and admit the fact to the Jamaican, but that's what she did, you know.
No. You don't want a DPP who will take orders from whoever pays her salary and tells her to do this, do that. If the law is on the books, you stick to the law. Right?
I tell you
something. And
I tell you something.
You don't stick to the orders of people in high society that tell you to do this and do that.
I tell you something, sir.
You know?
That this DPP don't stick to the rule of law. Now does Jamaica's justice minister stick to the rule of law? The Jamaican Constitutional Court rules that the DPP has reached the age of retirement and she must go sit down.
Why is she still there?
Hold on there for me. Hold on there for me. When people like myself and Wilfred Rattigan start raise the issue about her age and retirement, you know what they did? They put in an acting DPP. And the same DPP who they say must go sit down. She is still at the office of the DPP, you know. And the Justice Minister helped bend in getting in going to a different court than listen to what the Constitutional Court says to get her back the job. So there's something fundamentally wrong somewhere.
The next question I must ask is whether monies changed hands to ensure his conviction.
Go ahead. I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear that. Good. You can repeat for me.
One question that I must ask is whether monies changed hands to ensure this conviction. Because I'm left to wonder if was not for this particular case, would the present DPP have been taken leave already? Is she staying on just because of this case to ensure that everything goes right?
I don't know.
If that is the case, then it seems as if there's a debt to be paid.
You know something, sir? I see somebody in the chat room asking why the Privy Council did not set them free. I think
they can't. What the Privy Council would do is to
make room
to squash the current verdict of guilty.
Right.
Right? And return the matter to the state to either retry the matter or let the gentleman go free.
I think what happened, you know, sir, a lot of people within the Caribbean, and I would say Jamaicans too, because Jamaica's final court of appeal is in London. They believe that London can say, okay, Jamaica do X, Q, Y, Z. But remember that Jamaica's jurisprudence is different from London jurisprudence in a sense, eh? Am I correct?
So the court wouldn't do that. The court would order a new trial.
There you go. So so there is no way the Privy Council in London gonna say set them free. What they did was to send back the case to the courts in Jamaica for Jamaica to decide what they want to do. Not because London is our final court of appeal. Go ahead, sir.
Right. It's just like returning a case down to the lower courts to rectify.
Yes.
You know? So now what's left to be done is why the gentleman has to this date innocent men. They have not been found guilty of this offense. On the books, they are innocent.
And that is why a submission was made for them to be set free, because on the books there is nothing on the books stating that they were charged for anything. That's what you're saying,
right? There may be a charge preferred.
Yes,
but as it stands, the matter is basically in the investigation phase. The matter is basically now in the investigation phase. So the way this investigation took place. This investigation.
Our next call coming in. Yes, sir.
It is very questionable.
Yes. True.
It's very questionable. The house. They said that the crime scene was at. Wasn't this house demolished?
Yes, it was.
And a few days or a few weeks after whilst the matter is being investigated, the house was demolished. And was it demolished by the government? But why would you demolish? Why would you demolish the house?
Good question, sir. Good question. I want to tell you thanks for calling, because I have about 2 more calls waiting on us. Thank you for calling in again.
No, but seriously.
Go ahead.
Was it the government who demolished the house that is presumed to be the crime scene?
If my memory serves me correctly, yes, it was the police who demolished.
No, why would you demolish the house when this is a crime scene? This case must be thrown out, man.
True.
This case stinks. This case stinks, man.
Yes, sir.
It just exposes the corruption in Jamaica, man.
Yes, it does. It does.
Nah, man.
All right, sir. Thanks much. And don't be a stranger. You can continue calling back. Thanks much. I think there was an attorney at law from London calling, I think. The London call was coming. Can you call back, please? Maybe I should call him back. If I call. There's a call coming in. Oh, my friend. Hello, good night. Welcome to the program.
Yes, my boss. I'm here again, man. It's Owen Ellington. I can remember. Owen Ellington, he was the police.
Hold on for me. Don't hang up. Hold on. I'm trying to do something here. I think hold on. Lord
Yes, sir.
of His mercy. Yeah. Go ahead for me now.
Yeah, Owen Ellington come out and I think it's TBJ or CVM. I can't remember. Them time they was living in Jamaica.
Yes.
Him come out and the cartel response for 100 murder. Over 100 murder. Owen Ellington say that. Owen Ellington say that. And I'm not say cartel guilty, I'm not saying innocent, I am not a cartel fan, but the right is the right and the wrong is the wrong. You know what I mean? Them have this thing to send the man to prison from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the corrupt DPP and the corrupt government, all of them involved in this thing. You know, all of them involved in this thing. You know, so it's not a one somebody or not two somebody. It's a whole fields of them. You know, I got five sons.
Yes.
And any one of my sons could be in this situation. I am not a criminal. I never go to jail from the day me born. I never entangle with the police. Never. Yeah. I go to Jamaica 2021. The police stop my car, and when him say me have like $300,000 in the car, and him ask me where me get so much money from. So me make him know say I don't live in Jamaica. So him say give me a license, and I give him a New York State driver's license. And right away him introduce me to party. Me to come to party tomorrow, the party.
Yes.
You know, and the whole system is corrupt, man. I was driving taxi one time from downtown to Papine, and this policeman stopped me, and him stopped me, and me never have the insurance on the car. I'm not gonna lie, I never have the insurance, and I worked $3,000 from in the morning till about 1 o'clock, and the man take me the whole $3,000.
Sure.
So, he want to take with the car, so I have the insurance.
So,
and the man,
so you give me 3,000 of it to take with the car?
Yeah, me give him it.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Corruption no stop this country, sir.
And it was not my car. I was driving for somebody. Yeah, that was my car. But I don't want to lose the car. And these people in Jamaica, man, them corrupt. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I am a born Jamaican. I live in New York like from 2015, but I go to Jamaica every year. I have a lot of business in Jamaica. But I will never live back there in my life.
Why?
Never. If they, no, it too corrupt. The only thing I have in America.
There's an old Jamaican saying, you know, cuss where they go, but don't cuss where coming from.
No, I'm not going to do that. It's a system of a change of first. That's me can know. Say, me have my own house in Jamaica. Me have everything in Jamaica. Everything. Listen me.
Aye. All right,
me have four sons down there. Me have one in America.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And me try. Me over 50-year-old. I am a big man. I am not a little boy.
All right, man. Thanks much.
All right, my boss. I'm listening to your program. I'm not going to stop listening to it. I'm not going to stop calling.
Yeah, man. No, man. I love when you're calling. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the program, you know. and hit the bell icon to know when I go live.
That I do every day. That's why I got you all the while.
Yes,
even with the strike with the guys down with Jamaica. You see, Labour right them lead 3 man.
Yes, I know. Right, man, yeah. I have an next call coming in. Thank you for calling in.
All right, my boss. Respect. All right.
Hello, good night. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program.
Yo, Jeffrey, what going on, man?
Why am I here now? According to the late Wilmot Perkins, I am
Jeffrey,
here living. And the late Baba Tunde Winston, which always said, if I stretch my hand to thee, O Lord, if thou should withdraw thyself from Jamaica, where would we go?
That's true, man. That's true, man. Jeffrey, we always there, man. But yo, Jeffrey,
you.
A Palm Beach, me living in, man. Where you there? Portland again?
May we talk after you? What's wrong with you?
Huh?
You have to call me off. You have to talk to me about those things, not an ear, man.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
No, I have to be very careful, you know.
Yeah, man. You're right, man. You're right.
So you have to call me off. You have to talk to me about certain things. I don't talk about certain things on here.
You're right, man. Yeah, man. But it's the Vybz Kartel case now, Jeffrey.
Yes.
I grew up with Vybz Kartel. I'm from Waterford, man. And that guy is really a good guy, man. Trust me, that guy used to treat me so good, man. I never forget one. I used to drive taxi, and the transport authority take away my car. And Vybz give me money to go get my car out of pound. We call it the pound.
Yes, I know.
You know? Yeah. Vybz give me money, man. Yeah. But the system are fighting, you know?
The system is fighting every single Jamaican.
Yeah, but me like how guys like you standing up for us.
Yes.
With Lonesome and when name Rattigan and them guys there, you know? Yeah. You guys doing a good job, man.
Yes, my friend. We have to try.
Yeah, man.
We have to build a voice with the voiceless Jamaicans who can't have a voice because they're afraid to talk. One taxi man tell the Prime Minister if we go do whatever with him. Lock him up.
They lock him up, so how them can't go lock up the criminal them so fast. Eh? Them can't find the man there, so why they can't find the troublemakers? What's up?
They never see nobody else. And they do they take taxi drivers and bus drivers, you know.
Boy, I mean, I lie. Me in America now, Mr. Rattigan, and I give thanks because I used to run taxi.
Jeffrey, Rattigan. I know Rattigan this.
Yeah. Yes, Jeffrey, yeah, man. Jeffrey, sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, man, I mean, I lie. Sometimes America tough, man, but...
Hello, I want you to tell the Jamaican people them who live in Jamaica who believe that America is a Belarus. And who believe that America have there's money plant and tree up here because some of the Jamaica.
No, man. I heard this never work. When me there in Jamaica, 2 taxis. Me used to have 1 taxi where me own it. And me used to have a man that drive one for me. You see me? So me used to alright when me there in Jamaica. I heard this never work since me come America. Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand, sir. Listen to me.
Me I go home back in Jeffrey. Me I go home and I stay here, you know.
Me not blame you.
Yeah, man, me I go home, man. Me just go and set myself and you see me I say and do what me have to do. And, hey, me not a life, yes, sir. Me work from Sunday me working, man.
So hold on now. You hold on a minute there now. Let me say something else now.
Yeah.
The Jamaican people, both family and friends, must understand. So when we send a $50 go give you know, what we can afford.
All right.
So no other thing say, foreign is a Belarus. Foreign is a Belarus.
No. I'm glad for you have all them program and Mr. Jeffrey where you can make them know what is it, you know? Because me see even on a Sunday when me there in Jamaica, me not work. Me no work.
All you do on a Sunday that you make a sling and get your rice and peas and chicken and your yam and you're gone. And you sleep and go play local football.
All right. And you prepare if you are going to go to work tomorrow, you have something to go do Monday morning. You see me?
When them
That's it.
When them can take local JPS light down there, local water commission, you can't do it better.
Hey, Mr. Jedfrey. A 2-time homeless since become American. No,
all
2 times.
Hold
One time.
Hold on for me now.
One time.
Hold on. Me like what you said that a while ago. Okay, you know why? There's a lot of Jamaicans right here in Florida.
Yeah.
Right in Fort Lauderdale and Pembroke Pines and all sorts of pines.
Yeah.
Who are homeless.
Homeless. Let me not see them. I see them even at Palm Beach where I'm at. I saw them.
All right.
I saw them. And Mr. Jedfrey, me homeless one time here. And me tell myself, say, me will never them something that can reach me no more. Me cool, that's me say, cause it's a shed me living in, you know. Me used to live in a car first, you know. And then me get a little shed and me live in the shed and me I tell you something cool. And me say, no, sir, me I go back to Jamaica because me have a nice bed where me used to sleep in a, and me come here start sleep in a shed. Me I go home, you know. And me then in the shed one day and me see some people. I walk, I come to the shed in some jacket and tie and because I live in a nice gated community still, but it's me in the shed, you know? And they said to me, you living in there? And I said, no, I just chill and cool out in here. They said, no. See a suitcase there and he also cooking, because I was cooking, you know. You know, me I cook some.
Some dirty girl.
Some dirty girl, me I cook, yeah. And they said, you cannot stay in here. You cannot live in here. And me have to call my friend for the house.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and told him, because I live way in Germany. You see me? Way in Germany. But it's his house. And tell him that the park came and say I cannot stay in the shed anymore. And he send me to a lady to get the key and say me go in the house. Go inside the house. Once I'm in the house, they can't say nothing to me because it's his house and they give me. And I'm here 4 years now. I'm at the house. The same house.
So hold on there. Haven't you?
Yeah.
So what? They haven't come back from Germany yet?
He came. Him and him families them came, but 2-3 years they don't come. You know.
So are you responsible for the house?
Me have the house. Yeah. Me have the house.
So I hope you save some money to buy something for yourself, do you know?
No, me I go buy the house from him still, you know. He must sell me the house, cause even I van him have here, he must tell me everything, you know.
Not chat to sitting by you. Remember say your life by you're wrong with you.
Yes, so me I go buy the house from him, you know. And it have 4 bedroom and it have
Hi. I tell you to be careful your chat pan here, you know, because your life pan radio all over the world.
All right.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, me I have to link up
you drink some white this evening?
You know, say somebody I drink.
No, that's why your tongue let you loose.
I true, man, me loose. I'm not so loose, you know. I'm not so loose. Sorry about that. I hit, man. But me I have to go hold a decent talk one of them there still.
Yeah, man, you can't come back after the show finish.
Yeah, because I'm a little business and more you promote it to me. You see me? I say, more you do something for me.
Talk to me after. What's wrong with you?
Yes.
All right, then we talk off here. Come off.
The same number?
This same number, man. Me not another number. The same one, yeah.
All right, Mr. Jeff.
Cool. All right, my brother. Cool.
Yeah, dress up. Yeah,
man, cool. Wow. There's a lot of Jamaicans, you know. A lot of Jamaicans in South Florida who don't have papers. And some who have papers do not have anywhere to live. I'm going to try my endeavor best and see what I can do along with Wilfred Rattigan and others. We're going to try to see what we can do. I want to say good night to a good friend of mine, Garfield Reed, who was the one who ended up telling me about this. A lot of Jamaicans and hard times. But they prefer stay up here and go back home. And I don't blame them. So when Jamaicans think, say, foreign accounts, they want to go foreign too. Because some of the Jamaicans, this when you go back to Jamaica, we're going to max out with credit card, figure floss, with Hennessy, and boom, man, I kind of boom, bam, bam, boom, beef, and beam beef. Hold on for me, I have a call coming in. Hello, program.
Hi, you okay?
Yes, turn off your TV or something in the background for me now, please.
I'm working on it right now. I don't even know when you're finished talking. Hi, good evening. How are you?
I am here looking and living like Mutty Perkins.
Well, I'm even on like brother.
No.
I want to hear you. I'm sure I know that they're fighting.
Hold on for me. Do you have me on speakerphone or you have a earpiece?
Yeah. I'm on speaker. Like you.
No, take me off the speaker, man. Because I can't hear you.
You better?
Yeah, I can't hear you now. Go ahead, Barbara Blue then.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so you know what? You're right about a few things. I know they're fighting Vybz Kartel. They try their best not to get him out. They don't care about what the Privy Council said. They really don't care. They don't give a damn. They're embarrassed because of how Isaac presented himself when he went to London.
Yes.
And he was actually so embarrassed. I can't the world looking at them. So they're not happy for that. So they're gonna school him. Because every court in there, they're gonna school him. Mm-hmm. They're gonna school him. You know what I'm saying? So you know that when we start saying that it comes across as being prejudicial. So it's like he's still trying to get a fair trial because of who Isaac is. He doesn't not get a fair trial. They don't like Vybz Kartel. Then come this little Mosi Rasta liar. Oh no, put my poor son. But you know, it's like you mentioned earlier that also that people are in homeless. I've been homeless 3 times. Trust me. And no fault of mine really. The first time.
Hold on there for me, darling. You're a Jamaican?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
And hold on there for me now, man. And you have been homeless 3 times, you said?
I've been homeless 3 times, yes.
Tell us.
I'm about to sleep in...
Can you talk
Go ahead. That's what I'm going to do right now.
Go ahead.
I mean, I was the first time that happened to me, I was actually I rented a house and I was sharing it with a friend of mine who I thought was my friend. She was supposed to pay her portion, I was paying my portion. She decided that she wanted to buy a house or something. She stopped paying me. And and here in this country, I mean, if you don't have another partner to partner with, you live in check to check most, unless you're a nurse or some of them, you know what I'm saying? Big job thing. So I started owing the people. And they put a slap of thing on my door. Boom. I had to be sleeping in my car. That's the first time. I got somewhere to. I had a court case going on, so I get a small change. I'm gonna get an apartment again. Lose all my furniture in a storage. I have something there. Anytime you put everything in storage, that's it. Sometimes gotta tell you, paycheck to paycheck. Cause I used to work with the bank, and I mean this state is very racist too, and I lost that job after working there for 13 years. Same one you're in.
Oh yes, Florida's a racist state for Drew.
Racist as hell. Serious. And I came out from New York, so I came out earning a lot of money because I was working with the bank, and the bank transferred us down. So I had money, but they needed to know that first of all, you're Islander, and you come here and you're working more money than they're working. My manager used to say, you're working over $17 an hour, and I'm working over 15, which was true. They hired people from Florida at a lower rate. You understand? And they were mad. They eventually fixed it, but we were making money. But when I lost that job, I mean, I used to work good money. When I lost that job now, that's where the problem started. Because I still was in the house. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But if she was willing to pay me, it would have been good. All right, fine. That went down the drain, blah, blah, blah. Next, I'm working at this place now at this call center that I hate call center, but I was working there. They gave me a job. So I was working. Money was coming in. I was paying my rent. I was doing good. Boom. Lost my car. Lost my car. lost my apartment again. And I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? There I am again. I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? I have to be renting a room eventually, and I hate living in rooms. I have to be in a room. All right, so in a room, and I'm going on. I mean, it's just that's life. And then again, when COVID come around, oh my God, the rent went up. The first of all, the landlord said, "Look, I want my place," because he kept whatever he's renting me for, he earns for 3 times that. Whereas he used to pay us $700 a month for rent, you're gonna be paying $1,500, Jeffrey. Trust me. And the rent went all the way up, and I couldn't afford it. I was only making like $15 an hour. We were making so much then. I don't never making so much then. You know, and it's a little bit of money, and I'm like, and I'm driving Lyft too with my car. Like I'm driving at some. They have 2 jobs, and they actually cut it. They made me have to lose the lifting because they changed my shift. Changed my shift from mid shift to what did they give me? The late shift they gave me. I couldn't even work on a drive again. At that time, when I do that, messing up again. Went up living in my car. I'm like, oh my God. Then the car go, is that me? I want to over upon me. Jesus Christ help me. But I just kept on pressing to make sure I keep the job what I was in. But it's just hard to pay car note, insurance, plus rent. It was so hard to do. I mean, everything, and plus storage, because my stuff is in storage. It's hard to do it. It's not easy. If you don't have 2 on a clock, it's hard. So when I tell you, when people see people, they're fine and like, you know, make it, and I say, I don't want to make it, I say, I like it on a mission, but it's hard to pay rent, car note, insurance, and it's hard, plus live.
Yes.
Oh my God. You know, for I was in Jamaica the other day, I came back, I come back. Yes. And come back, when did you have to start? Jesus Christ, I said, God, I want to do so. God, I'm really trying hard not to cry. They laid me off.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm like,
all right.
I was like they mean me well, according to them at the job, and like, but they laid me off as well as a lot of people, about 30 or so people, because they didn't lose the contract, but they sent the contract to Jamaica, where they can pay people $6 an hour.
Yes,
where they pay us.
I have a next call coming in too, so I want to tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna tell you, it's very easy to be homeless here. One paycheck, listen, one paycheck, and you're gone.
Yes. True.
I wish all the people all the best. I'm trying so hard now not to be homeless. Trust me, real hard. And I work every day. I mean, no, I'm back to work. They let me go back to work today. Yesterday, the 10th. So, but I'm trying my best.
All right, man.
But having there people, it's okay. It will keep on pressing. All right, Jeffrey. Nice talking to you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye. You know something? I'm going to say something here tonight. I am going to Washington for this demonstration. And when people come on here and you ask for a little donation towards anything, you hear people talk, say must this, say must that. You have to pay your fare to the demonstration. You plus have to buy some equipment to make sure you can broadcast properly and the sound can come out properly. Nobody know what we go through, you know. And when you hear other people come on platform and say like up the like and donate and whatever, they do that. I'm not judging anybody for what they're doing. I'm just saying to you that if you come on here and we ask for something, I don't normally beg anybody for anything. I remember the other night I was asking for something and somebody said to me, say, when I monetize your channel, the channel is monetized, but you have to do certain things to make sure that you're tax compliant with the IRS. All right? So you can't just jump and do that. Anyway, I want to say to everyone who's out there is homeless, my heart goes out to you all. Join us on Saturday when we come to you live from New York City. Hope I can get my plane ticket if we go down there. Live from not New York City, sorry, live from Washington, D.C. What's wrong with me? Live from Washington, D.C. We'll be live from Washington, D.C. on Saturday, June 15th. We're going to have a lot of guest speakers. I have another call coming in. Hello, good night. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. Hello?
Yeah, hello, good night.
Okay. You call the number and I'm saying hello and not answering. So, do you love my voice or something? We'll be live from Washington, D.C. Hold on for me again. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night, Sir Jeffrey. I'm calling from Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I was listening to your program, but I've never called it. But yeah, but tonight I said I would give you a call, and on the base of this thing very much against that.
What?
It's a
I'm not
clear.
You're going in and out, sir. I'm not hearing you clearly at all. What are you saying?
Yeah, I said the system is very much against Vybz Kartel. They didn't put Kartel behind the bar or the murder. Remember, the first time they locked Kartel up, they charged him for a ganja spliff. Then they release him. Then they put him back, and then charge him for this murder. So is that this murder and the video that they actually have and saying that Kartel killed Lizard? Did anyone heard in that video that Kartel and his co-accused said that is Lizard we're gonna kill?
Ay, Jesus, I don't know, Master.
Exactly. So you cannot have a video and see a video and they were doing something and then you're gonna blame it to say it's a Lizard. This is a cook-up thing. And I heard a while ago the gentleman said, why is they lick down the house that the evidence is to prove that the man were murdered there? Why did they take it away? That's the evidence. That's the one supposed to secure with police and everything that no one go. Why is it when Kartel said to the police them, okay, I will get a forensic evidence from foreign to come and do a forensic evidence there. Why they didn't make you do it? You see, they don't want him to do that. So they go and lick it down because they know no Lizard did murder there. They just want to get Kartel out of the system. Because what they are saying in Jamaica, Kartel is so influenced and he make the youth them get out of hand. Which he not make no one get Kartel in jail. Yeah, Kartel in jail right now over 13 years. And they said he's the one that created all this scamming, the killing. So why are the killings still going on from that till now and it even get worse? Is Kartel behind the bar giving the harder house still to do the crime?
I don't know, my brother. This country of ours in a serious condition.
I am a Jamaican, born and going to Jamaica, never leave Jamaican, but I'm telling you, the system that we have right here in Jamaica, it needs to change. And if it don't change, it won't get no better.
So how the system not change? So when half of Jamaica just sit down and not do nothing, and Jamaica sit down and do nothing, sir?
That's the next thing I've been thinking. How big a bud they are. What's the problem with them? They can't see. They can't wait.
The bus and taxi operators decide to get up. Some of them are no move because they are member of the Labour Party.
That's what I see. And they are like, oh, I'm not going out there. What? All right. If they're gonna do a demonstration to make the country come better or to make the taxi system better for everyone, why they don't come and join together and make it as one? So when you have another set of people say, oh, me not do this, and the next one say, oh, I'm not doing this, then it can't come together. So that's what the problem we have here in Jamaica now. People need to wake up, Mr. Jeffrey. And if they can't, and you know the thing that I like about you people, you're spreading the message out. And the government don't like it. Remember, we used to only have radio station and TV station. Now, it's so social media is so open that message can go out and touch everyone, and they don't like it. So they even at the moment they are trying to get rid of you guys, blogger, blaming stuff on you. Say you're spreading false news. You're saying which false news you guys are spreading.
They have one doctor up here. Hey, Lord Jesus, I stretch my hand to thee, O God. If thou should withdraw thyself from me, Father, where would I go? They have one so-called doctor up here, who according to him, we have an ulterior motive, and we bringing on brand Jamaica Me want to ask the doctor, when you have the crime getting out of whack, when you have the JDF that can pump 21 bullets into a Jamaican citizen body, and it all over the news, that does not bring down brand Jamaica.
More than it. More than
something
it.
In a song. You see if we don't wake up in another country, yeah?
Oh my God, man, I'm telling you, man.
Honestly, sometimes I don't feel like coming on this program at all. I'm being honest with you. Sometimes I don't feel like coming on.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
We will come and we talk and we talk and we talk, and nothing is done in Jamaica.
I don't know. All right. I don't know. Jamaican people love poverty. I don't want to see Jamaica go forward. I don't want to see it worse than Haiti. These are the things that I've been looking to all the time. Right now, I born 1975. I'm 49 years old now, and I've never get entangled with the police. I've never go jail. I've never do nothing.
You got thanks because I'll win you. No entangle with them, they come find if entangle with them.
Yeah. I keep away from them because stuff that gonna lead me to them, I keep away.
All right, my brother.
But the problem that I'm saying, man, we need to come together and unite. And if we don't do that, Mr. Jeffrey, then we are in a big problem and it now go solve. And the one person where right now we then see coming like Michael Mandley is Mark Golding. They are trying to defeat him in every form and shape and way to sink the man because them see the goodness of the man. So you see how Jamaican people so friggin' corrupt. They corrupt from the head to the bottom. The bottom, it corrupt from the head to the bottom. So don't mention the middle. Trust me. But as me say, you guys are doing a good work and we'll keep it up and nobody telling us say we do no false news. Putting out the news with it out there for people know and uplift people and make them eye open. So you just have a blessed night and big up yourself.
All right, my brother. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Okay, good night. This we're gonna say so long for tonight. I want to say thanks to everyone for calling in. Thanks to all those who call in, all those who like, share, and subscribe. I want to say thanks to a good friend of mine, Sir Christopher. You make certain things possible for Saturday. Thank you. Hold on, another call coming in. Good night, caller. Welcome to the program. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Canada.
Oh, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I tell you, say, I agree with the call there now. Maybe don't go back to Jamaica, man. Jesus Christ, man. Don't the wicked one. Yeah, man. If you really check it still, most of the killing them when they go on to Jamaica, the contract killing them, the police them do it,
Oh, yes, because you see one that beat up one taxi man and saying, remember saying having private gun.
Yeah, I know about that something, man. Which part of Jamaica me come from up here, and me, one of my classmates, they were in police, and me always reason. And he ever tell me, man, say, if you kill a man now, you must have put this gun upon him. And by a man and then get it back. And by a man and then get it back. A simple one, tree that one.
Jesus Christ in heaven, have mercy, Lord.
Yeah, I don't sit my tell you, I don't sit my tell you, man. I don't joke thing, man. And then me always a question yourself, say, why always a little better youth them? Them always a catch with gun. Me never hear them say, then catch no politician, but they export the gun them, come give the little youth them to kill off them one another. Them now do them something there, Them not catch them. In my point of view, I really link set up cartel, I link.
You be careful with it. Leng, no, for me. Need a leng, pen, bing, bang, balloon, bang, bang, na sue me. So I can't
that's true.
Leng, bing, bing, bam, 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 set up anybody.
Yeah, what I think when you're talking in the street, man.
Make it talk in the street, sir. Yeah. Me can't prove it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I find that one. True one.
Yeah.
But you know, say my honest opinion again. You know, say we almost see the system of fight cartel, boy. Me not think them are gonna let him out, you know. Me not think them are gonna let him. As far as I see, the one of the DPP and the judge, one of them are friends, you know. And the one of them work for them one another. I mean, honestly, me not think them are gonna let him out, man.
I think so either, but what we do?
No.
Ask God to make justice prevail.
Yeah. Cause if I really check most of the national hero, them, you know, them always get a fight. None of the great man, them, you know. Them always get a fight.
I'm gonna say that's why they get a fight, so.
You want to get a fight, you can't do it for great or great.
Lord Jesus. They fight me. They fight me on YouTube because some YouTube blogger they tell people say, no go on in program because in half of people like me. And they come right back to me. I'm gonna just laugh.
But in an idea, you know, most of the YouTube, them, you know, I just money making thing to them, you know. They chat the garbage, you know. Just to make a dollar, you know. And then even with the process when I see they go on a Jamaica now. You see, if the whole Jamaican come together, we can unite, you know, but guess what? Some man has said this and some man has said that. And then at the end of the day, when the thing come back down, you know, the whole of the man them go ball and say, boy, this and that and this and that. But they still not unite to make the thing work.
Them will never unite, my brother.
Yeah, man, again, even with the housing thing, when me live over here, so me know enough Jamaican. And when me know a couple Jamaican live, we know about 12 of them live in one place. And remember me tell you, we're going to link them on them a day, and we're going to them on them place. A sewage water, the sewage run over in the house. In the house, stink of sewage, man. I say, yo, Jano style. I look at me and laugh at me and say, if them a man in that Jamaica, they would live them a type of life, you know. But enough Jamaican me know come up here, you know, man. Them a live like a dog, you know, man. Not even dog, because dog live better than them. I don't know what to say them a live. Them a live one type of way, man. Them a live a type of way. And it's so sad to know, say, we over here to live overseas and then we're scared to go back in our own country where we're born and grow. You see, if you go back as a returning resident, then at the day, you know, enough away, them will kill enough away, you know. Yeah, them will kill enough away, man. Yeah, man. But even my kids, them, you know, man, them tell me point blank, so they're not to visit, they don't want to visit but Jamaica, you know.
Is that sure?
Me did a try to send them down, say, I said, no, daddy. Me alright with me, man. So they said, alright with them. So they not go, go back, man.
Alright, my brother. Make Canada friend.
Yeah, man. Best.
So hold on now. Which part of Canada?
Me live in British Columbia, man.
Oh, British Columbia. Okay.
Columbia, yeah.
Okay.
Remember
now, you know, to share the Mek Wi Talk program for everybody to like, share, and subscribe, you know. And remember.
Yes, every day I'm listening to you, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. Every day I'm listening to you.
I'll remember chat nonsense. You listen to me same way.
I'm a teacher, but I tell you that nonsense, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. I tell enough people, you know, say, more I mean, rather listen to a madman more than listen to enough of them, you know. When a madman attack, you know, talk with clarity and with sense, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man.
All right. Good night. Good night, everyone. You know something? When you sit down and you listen to certain things going on in the country, you know, you wonder what is next. Hold on there. Oh. Alicia, how you doing, darling? Good night to you. I must say, this young lady, Alicia, she has been an ordained person on my Mek Wi Talk channel. One of these, I can open up the channel to people who can come on and talk. I'm going to do that. One of my producers keep on saying it to me. I want to say good night to Annie. Annie, how you doing? I don't see you tonight. What's going on? In the background there. There's another listener, another producer who makes some logos for me and flyers for me. I want to say good night to her. She's a nurse. If she's on, I want to say good night to you. And Yo, that came on. Good night. Remember to join me live from Washington, D.C. The call to action demonstration will be live from Washington, D.C. this Saturday, June 15th. We'll be live on the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. When you go to Google or to YouTube, you just type in Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares. There's a fake YouTube channel out there, it's not mine. I don't know who put it up out there. But they're trying to ride on my grandmother's on my back. I didn't ride on my back though. But remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's go to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. It's MEKWITALK JEFFREY TAVARES. There's Jeffrey Tavares, Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure being here tonight. We'll be live from Washington, D.C. this Saturday from 9 a.m. That's 8 p.m. Jamaica, 8 a.m. Jamaica time. 9 a.m. US time. 8 a.m. Jamaica time. We'll be live from Washington, D.C. We go up until 4 o'clock US time, 3 o'clock Jamaica time. Alicia, you live in Canada too, Alicia? I live in Jamaica. And you know, I don't know where she lives in, but she's always on my channel. I want to say thanks. I want to say thanks to everyone who comes on. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much who donate to my Zelle. Thank you all very much who can donate and who is donating. Thank you all very much that we can bring the program to you time and time again. Thank you all very much for coming on. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll be on tomorrow also with another exciting program, another exciting topic. On this program here, any breaking news that is coming up, we will bring it to you on this program here. I want to say thanks to everyone. Okay, so where are you then? Man, me ask it. Man, I know I love to know where my people are, you know, who dedicate themselves to come over here. No matter what, they always come over here and sit down and listen to me. They all come over here and encourage me. Thank you all very much for those who like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you all very, very much. Every single one of you on this program here tonight. Georgia, okay, thank you all. Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you all very much for coming on. I'm a bit tired. Thank you all very much for coming on. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We're gonna come to you with an exciting episode. I'm thinking about, so I think we're gonna have Herb Nelson Jr. on tomorrow to speak some more. Thank you very much, Knowledge. Thank you. Knowledge is power. Thank you. I think tomorrow we're gonna have Mr. Herbert Nelson Jr. I think that's tomorrow, yes. To speak to us some more about the protest in Washington, D.C. And they're gonna have bus traveling from Florida here, bus traveling from New York, and also bus traveling from New Jersey. They're gonna have t-shirts and sale. And of course, yours truly will be covering it to you, will be bringing it to you live. So I want you all to send out the live feed when it comes and encourage people to subscribe to the channel. By the end of Saturday, I have about 15,000 people on my channel subscribe. That's what I would love to have. And even more than that. Even more than that. Thank you very much all. Thank you all very much. For those who Yes, you can get New York t-shirts. It's the same t-shirts. You can get New York t-shirts. You can. If you are gonna come to the protests on Saturday, there will be t-shirts on sale. And I think what they're doing, they're gonna try and get t-shirts on the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation fund for you all to buy t-shirts from there also. And remember that the next demonstration of the one that happened in Washington on Saturday, the next one will be in Canada. Wayne Lonesome is hosting one in Canada. He's gonna have a banquet format. As you all know, he keep on saying it on his channel. Ratty's doing well, man. Ratty's doing well. Ratty is doing wonderful. Just continue praying for him. Just continue praying. He will be okay. Yes, Wayne Lonesome is having his banquet form of a demonstration in Canada. We'll be bringing the feed to you live from Canada also. And I think the next one after Canada will be London, England. And then from London, England, the next one will be in Florida. I'm being told it's going to be in Fort Lauderdale. So that's where we're going to bring the next one to here. So you all can have to see it live on this channel here. So tonight has been a great day. It's been a great night having you on. Great night having you all on tonight. Thank you all very much for coming on. Remember to like, share, and subscribe until you hear my voice again. May God bless you and may God bless our beautiful island home, Jamaica, land we love. Have a great night, everyone. Good night, all.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.